always want to start the day. I love you back. Oh my goodness. See, listen, I always want to start the day off like, I'm going to say, how are you guys doing? But when you come into the room and you feel the energy, I feel like I already know how you're doing. What you say? You better know it. Yes, it is. Oh, before I get started, I got to get up because Mama Patti LaBelle, y'all know who Patti LaBelle is, right? Right? See, I listen to my elders and what they say. Nothing over here falls on deaf ears. And she had said at one point she didn't like y'all like the rug? She said it was too scruffily, right? But then she called and said, Jennifer, you know I watch the show every day, right? Because first she told me she couldn't see my shoes. And so then she called back, she said, now I was wrong. And that rug is plush. I love the way she said that. So I make sure I get up because she said, what I need to do is see your shoes. So let me stand up so Mama Patti can see my shoes, because that's what I call her. I hope it's Mama Patti approved. She said, I watch the show every day now. And she called me just to let me know. Then she said, all right, now you have a good day. Go on, do what you need to do, baby. Bye. Thank you, Mama Patti, for always watching the show. We love you and appreciate you. You got to come sit on this couch. It's what we need, right? Uh-huh. And I love having that support. What I'm trying to get adjusted to, though, I see it's been raining a lot here lately. In L.A., I'm a Chicago girl, so I'm used to you see that? See, I love when people express themselves. I love that energy that you're giving. But I'm like, okay, so on the way to work today, it was a little different because I see that, like, rain is it challenging for you guys? Because, you know, we come from all 4 seasons in Chicago, honey. We walked through blizzards. And then here, we was like, we got to leave a little earlier because, you know, they be inching it going to work. And we like, this little rain? Is it? I don't know. What is it like for people from L.A. with the rain? Do y'all like it? You don't like it? You love it? Because I love it. You need more rain? So do y'all hope for more rain? See, because I love a season to be a season. To me, y'all rain is like y'all snow. You know what I mean? Because in Chicago, it could be snowing on your head right about now, okay? And for me, like, we're getting adjusted to being here coming from Chicago because I'm not used to Santa Claus in those shorts and flip-flops, okay? So I'm like, I got to fly back to winter or to the holiday season. But I like to meet a day wherever it is. So, like, when it's rainy, first of all, I think we should all be in the bed. Snuggled up. I don't know, do you like cats or dogs? Whatever you got, get your cat or dog, because don't nobody know how to relax like they do, okay? And then I give me a little mushy blanket like this. Get you a little coffee mug or something like this. And snuggle up. And, ooh, don't forget to light yourself a candle. You know? Like, I like to that's what I mean, like meet the day of the season where it is. When my son was a baby, we used to live in Florida. And as soon as the storm would hit, everybody would start cracking up because I started running for the candles like, oh my God, it's the storm. And I'll go search for the candles and I would play jazz music and ride him around in his stroller around the house. So it's like finding a way to meet the day where it is. And so that's what I'm trying to get adjusted to here in LA being now here versus Chicago. Because again, it'd be snowing on our heads by now up in Chicago. I don't know what the weather is. Anyway, this past weekend, my boys came through because, you know, I have Camp David, which is my son I had 3 this weekend. Normally it's 8 of them. And I love experiencing things from their perspective. So I had Gino Laurent is the oldest of the group. And he said, okay, we're going to play some music and I'm going to dim the lights. And this is the music I fall asleep to. And before I knew it, we was like, okay. And then we all drifted off to sleep. Then this boy decided to take my furniture out of my house, drag it, because I'm right over here, over there by the beach. Y'all, I see him dragging my whole floor-length mirror across the sand, because do you see this? This is what happened when the kids come. He decided he needed to do a photo shoot. Ain't asked me for nothing. And he is out on the set with my furniture for his what? TikTok. Out there on the beach doing just that. And then there's Jeremiah. He loves to explore. So he came here today, he looked around. He probably know at this point when the building was built. He know everybody's jobs, and he works in every department. So each one of them are into their own little things. And again, four of them are not here. And then my son is into basketball. He's gonna be the GOAT in the NBA one day. So his goal is to, find out where his hoop is gonna go. So we've been around, like he'll run off to the beach and go play basketball. That's his new routine here. But lately we've been looking for where is the hoop gonna go. So when y'all come back here, he gonna put a hoop right over there over your head. But he also did this sweet little thing for me the other day. He made me coffee at the house. And I love to collect the mug. I drink my coffee, and he gave me the blessed mug with my favorite little, ain't that cute? My favorite little cookies around it. And I thought that was so sweet because, you know, you better take care of mama. They're now at the age where they're taking care of me. Gino did the driving. I got to sit there. Now, baby, take me, run me on to go get my coffee. Now, take me over here. You know when you get to that age where you can tell them what to do? And then I say, use your young legs, young folks. Go on, do the job. Okay, did you know what? One of our viewers sent me a beautiful, nice mug. Take a look at this mug. It says, you are very loved. Isn't that sweet? This is from Carolyn Oberman from West Hills, California. Thank you, Carolyn, for this lovely mug. I have to say it reminds me of my dear mother because her birthday was a few days ago, and I kind of feel like this is a message from her. And I love that it says, you are so very loved. Thank you for that. If you got, thank you. Thank you for watching, Carolyn, and come on to the show, okay? Now, I'm gonna hook y'all up one day. When I post your mugs, if you send me a mug, I'm gonna send you a Jennifer Hudson mug back, okay? So please keep them coming because I love them, and hold on to those affirmations. And Carolyn, I love that you now have a mug that you drink out of in the morning with a good affirmation to help you start your day. But we got a great show. We'll be right back. Our first guest went from being a hugely successful child actor to becoming one of the most recognizable TV personalities around. Please welcome Jerry O'Connell.
He's not. I don't want to get in trouble with HR my first time on your show, Jennifer. I was getting a little too low there.
I like how you get low now.
How are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you for being here. We're so happy to have you.
I am so excited to be here. What I'm most excited is this manicure. My goodness.
You like my nails?
This is like everything. Look at this.
See?
I want to feel what that feels like on the scalp.
You know what?
Oh
my
God.
You're funny because my son loves my nails this way so I can scratch his head.
Yeah.
Yes, and I can't have any other shape. If I change them, he'll say, did you change your nails? Because that's good as you see, it's good for
It really is very comforting. You are so beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm a little shocked right now. I know,
Thank you, I'll take it.
Listen, in LA, I heard you complaining about the rain. You really turned into a real LA person. But in LA, you see people, this is my first time meeting you, and I'm in awe of your beauty. Wow,
Thank you.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you. So I'm in awe of your dance moves. You was getting it.
Yeah, I was feeling it. I stretched out a little before it came out, and it felt good.
You're funny. Okay, so we talk about passions a lot. Like, how did you discover your passion? Because you've been around for a while.
You know, I'm an actor. Yes. I'm now a host.
Yes.
I wouldn't say...
That can move, too.
You know, when I was younger, I got into a lot of trouble for... They called it hyperactive back in my day. I mean, now I think...
To me, that's a sign of artistry, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how artistic I was in my hyperactivity, but I was just always someone who... I was told to shut up. I was told I spoke out of turn. I was told, to calm down, to stay still in your seat. And it's so funny. When I was a kid, I was in that movie Stand By Me with the 4 boys. And there we are right there.
How old were you there?
I'm 11 years old there. I'm 11 years old there. It's so funny, isn't it?
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy. You know, it's so funny too because I have 2 kids who are now a little bit older than that, but that sort of age, and
Yeah.
it's so funny when I was called like hyperactive and all that stuff. You know, I was always told to, you know, take it down a notch, calm down. That's not how we behave. And then when I got on that set, it's so funny. They were like, we love that energy.
Yes.
Keep it going. And it was so funny. It was almost like a switch went off in my head. Like, wow, all those people are wrong. This is where I belong.
Exactly. Exactly. That was it bursting through your expression of self, don't you think?
It truly is. I'm so grateful that I had that experience because, I mean, I don't know what would have happened if I didn't have that experience. I'm so fortunate, you know?
Yes. And we're grateful to have you.
And it's so funny having kids now who, like, you know, specifically, I have 2 children who are twins.
Twins.
And they're about the same age as your son. They're 13.
13.
Your son is 13,
Yes,
right?
he is.
So, oh, there are my kids right there.
listen.
No, don't, hold on a second. You don't live with them. You don't know.
What are they into?
They're into, you know what they really love are their phones.
I understand.
What are we gonna do about this?
I've been trying to figure out, maybe we could figure it out together.
I cannot get them out of their phone. If they're literally next to me, the only way I can get them to do something is if I text them.
You know what I do? I FaceTime them right there at the table. Like, hello, I was talking to you. Yes.
No, I wanted to finish my story though. With them, with one of my kids, I do notice that one of them has those sort of same sort of traits that I had, where they're a little out of line at times and everything, and we're putting her into drama at school. I mean,
as you should.
yeah.
I wonder what is it like to have you as a dad?
It's terrible. It's terrible. I embarrass them as much as I can, especially now that they're attempting to enter like dating stuff.
Oh yeah, that's different. What is it like with having a girl? Because like my son is 13.
Yeah, I have a deal. Actually, I would be okay with, I saw your son backstage. I would be okay with him dating my daughters. That would be okay. He seems to be like a very...
You hear that, Dave? Okay.
He said hello, he looked me in the eye, he like did all the things that none of the dudes that my girls hang out with do. I mean, like every guy, it seems like the kids these days are like, oh, hey.
Yes.
What's up, Mr. Yo, what's up, man? It's not what's up, man. Like,
No, it's
when
not.
you were younger, weren't you like,
Yes, hello. The way they communicate is so odd today. I say that all the time. Do you think it's harder for them today as before, like from the 80s?
I do because, I mean, we didn't have phones. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's just phones.
We
I'm
were
sorry,
forced
everybody.
to communicate and...
Yeah, I mean, like now my kids just speak like in emojis, like,
Yeah.
I don't want to, Dad, what are you like?
I thought it was just...
Sorry if that was offensive.
I thought it was just me. Okay, well, with Jerry, we'll be right back. We're back with Jerry O'Connell. You are hilarious. Okay, so you and your wife have been married 18 years? You remember the... He said, wow.
Is that possible?
Do you remember when you first met?
Yeah, I met my wife. We were at a party. It was it was at like a nightclub. My wife was in the VIP section. I was not in the VIP section.
Oh.
And I started waving my arms at the velvet rope. And my wife came over and I grabbed her and said to the security person, I'm with her, I'm her plus one. And my wife was like, I don't know this person. And then I sat at her table, and then her friend was there and said, you should take her phone number. And I said, well, she's with another guy there. She was on a date with another guy. And her friend said she doesn't like that guy, and I
And you got her.
Yeah.
So that worked.
Got her.
Look at that.
And that's
Okay.
it. Can I just point out your boots here? We've got to look at these.
You want to see?
What is-
You see?
What is this? How high up do they go? Do I have permission to hold your ankle like this?
You already got it.
These are incredible.
You like them?
Are they comfortable?
They are very comfortable. They feel like a gym shoe.
Whoa. Okay.
I wore these for Mama Patty today. Yes, I did.
Okay.
I'm glad you like them, Jerry. Listen. Okay, so you want your wife to be on Real Housewives?
Well, let me just say. Now, hold on a
Don't
second.
do it.
Hold on a second.
Tell us.
I'm gonna tell you why.
cute?
I'm gonna tell you. There's my wife. I'm gonna tell you
beautiful.
why my wife should be on Real Housewives. Because when you're on Real Housewives, you have to be ready to fight. And
You want her to fight?
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Where are we going with this?
My wife is a Scorpio.
Okay.
And
Okay.
if there's one thing I know about Scorpios, what's up, birthday girl? You know what I'm talking about. Is Scorpios, I can tell you as someone who's married to one, they're really good at fighting. They're
Okay.
like the best at fighting. And my advice to anyone who's with a Scorpio or planning to fight a Scorpio, how do I say this? Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
So that's why I sort of think my wife would be great on there. And also it would be fun to be like a hot house husband, to just hang out in the background, and my wife is at a reunion, and then I just show up
You
and
gonna
sit in
show up?
back of her and maybe get into some of the action myself, you know?
Action meaning you're gonna fight?
I'm not fighting anyone. I get manicures.
You gonna get the manicures?
No, this
While she
is-
fights?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just got, I can't fight because I just got fillers everywhere, and I don't want them to get weird, you know?
Oh my God, it's already weird. Okay. Okay.
What was weirder, that filler thing or me holding up your leg?
I don't know which one is weirder, guys.
Or me twerking with you. I apologize for all of
But
it.
we love the energy. We do. Okay, tell me about hosting the Love Boat, and you and your wife do it
The
together?
Love Boat is a
What's
TV
that like?
show. It's currently on Paramount Plus.
Yes.
It's based on the original series. It's a dating show, and it happens on a cruise. And that's like an adventure that's happening there that the couples do. I gotta tell you, it was my first time on a cruise.
Really?
Yeah. And I know you were
I used
part.
to work on a cruise ship.
I gotta tell you, I was really into it.
You were into it?
I was really into it. The only problem is I don't know when to stop eating.
They will feed you down.
How do you not eat all the time on a cruise?
That's a tough question. But I found myself eating when the ship was docked. 'Cause when you first get back on, because you kind of get nauseous from being on it. So food kind of, helps you out a bit. But you should monitor it a little bit because they feed you around the clock. How long were you on the ship?
Well, we had an all-inclusive ultimate package, and so I wanted to get my money's worth. So I was eating as much as I could. I was taking food off the ship to bring back
You
home.
can't do that.
But when you have that unlimited beverage also, it's I'm going to get really drunk today
See?
because I paid the money and I'm doing it. No, we had a great time and the show is really fun. But it was interesting hosting a dating show because you sort of have to be a host, so you have to be like a host, and be like, I'm sorry that didn't work out. And sometimes when people would break up, I would get too emotionally involved with
You
it.
able to
I'd
keep
be
your
like,
host
what are
voice?
you thinking, man? Be a man. Say I love you.
Yes.
And you can't do that legally as a host.
It's a rule to it.
There's laws, yeah. Because, at the end of the Real Love Boat, the winning couple wins money and prizes and stuff. And I would yell at them if I didn't think they were doing a good job as a partner. And turns out that's illegal.
Hey, can we play Pictionary after the break?
Yes, that's my game.
More with Jerry after this. We're back with Jerry O'Connell. Okay, so talk to me about Pictionary. What makes you want to do this?
What made me want to do this? Honestly, the best part about hosting Pictionary is the fact that I get to give people money.
I like that.
Best. We live in a time where money is real precious. And when you give people thousands of dollars, they're pretty excited. Also, Pictionary is one of those games, I'm sure you play it. You don't have to explain the rules to anybody. I have two 13-year-old girls. I can play with them and my wife and our parents. It's just one of those multi-generational games that is super fun.
Okay. So we're gonna play some Pictionary.
We are going to play Pictionary.
How does it work?
I am the foremost expert in Pictionary, as you saw, because I host the show.
Okay.
Jennifer, for you, I am going to draw. I am
this.
going to draw some words. You are going to get 20 seconds
I'm gonna need
to
your help.
guess each word. Okay, audience. Since there's no money involved. Audience. Since there's no money involved.
No money involved. We want to check.
Well, no, I know. Since there's no money involved, audience, you can help out as much as possible, okay?
Deal?
Here we go. Here we go. We're gonna start the clock right now. Jennifer, here we go. Okay.
Y'all watching?
Okay. 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 Start guessing.
Now?
Start guessing.
Now?
Start guessing.
What? What? American. American Idol.
American Idol, yes! American Idol.
Thank you. I'm doing good, Jerry.
You're doing okay. It took you a little while to get American. That's obviously an American flag, and the whole audience was yelling American. Okay, here we go.
One voice at a time. I couldn't tell the
Here's our next clue. 20 seconds on the clock. This is going to be a
I'm
tough
a little
one.
slow when it comes.
How am I going to do this? Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's start.
I got to
okay.
do this with the boys.
All right. Here we go. Okay. Oh gosh, this is so bad.
What is this,
Oh
y'all?
gosh, this is so bad. Okay. Okay. Okay.
What?
Okay. Hold on a second. It's not a tiger. It's not a tiger. Okay.
Awards. EGOT.
He got it correct.
I got that.
We got
EGOT. I'm doing that. I did better that time.
Who
right there.
said E.T.? This is not E.T. That was a Grammy.
This is what gave it away. That looked like is that the Oscar?
Yeah, that was either an Oscar or a genie lamp. I wasn't quite sure.
We got that one.
But whoever kept yelling E.T., you were wrong. This was obviously a Grammy.
That's the Grammy?
Or
Okay.
a Tony. I don't know what that was.
Okay.
I wouldn't know. I haven't won any of them. Okay. Here we
I'll
go.
send it to you.
Okay, here we go. One more. Here we go. This is going to be a good one. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Y'all ready?
You ready?
We got this.
Here we go. All right. Start the clock. Here we go. One more. Okay.
French fries? Spotlight?
Spotlight is correct.
That's right.
Spotlight.
I don't know how I missed that one. Okay. We did all right. Okay. Well,
You did amazing.
Thank you, Jerry. You can watch Pictionary weekdays on Fox at 3 p.m. and The Real Love Boat is streaming on Paramount Plus. We'll be right back. Girl, go get Our next guest is a psychotherapist for the Detroit Pistons. His new book is called How Am I Doing? 40 Conversations to Have with Yourself. Please welcome Dr. Corey Yeager. Wow.
Wow.
This part I love because I'm so interested in some psychology. So this is going to be very amazing. Okay, describe what do you do for people?
What do I do for people? I support individuals and families kind of from that therapeutic stance and that therapeutic side, that psychological side, finding ways in which to hear people's stories. The stories of our lives are filled with so much information that really are the keys to where we are
Yes.
and where we seek to go. So that's, in essence, what I do as a psychotherapist. I've found my way to do that with the Detroit Pistons and the NBA, but I love it, and I've done it for the last 20 years and I deeply enjoy it.
Nice. So your new book is out.
Yes.
Who would you say it's for?
I would say that the book is for really everyone. I wrote it in such a way that simplistic form, a way that everybody can really get something from it. And as I say that, I want people to understand and better hone in and tune in to the fact that we can better understand ourselves. If I know myself better, Jennifer, then that means I get to show up in the world better. But if I don't know me,
Right.
if I don't know myself, then I'm moving in the world actually tuned into what other people are telling me that I am or I should be. So it's guesswork. So tuning in, that's really what the book is asking us to do. Take the time to focus on us and then move forward.
I want right? If you could give one thing of like, what's a good way to say, how do I get to know myself? Like, if there was one thing to
If there
start
was
with.
one thing, I would say tune into the conversations that you have with yourself. So all the time that if we're not speaking out loud, that means we're speaking to ourselves. As I'm talking right now, you're talking to yourself, right? What is the next question? What do I think about this or that? So we're always having conversation with ourselves, but we don't really pay attention to it. We don't tune in deeply to it. So if we can take the time to tune in to, all right, so what are the conversations I'm having? Are they negative? Are they positive? So the more aware you get of those conversations, you can start to tune in and say, I'm really negative with myself. I beat myself up a lot. And if I beat myself up internally a lot, it will find its way into my day-to-day existence, in my day-to-day life. So figuring out how to move it from that negative to positive is critically important.
Right.
And a way to do that is to, as you listen, I think of the mind as a huge echo chamber filled with whatever it is that we don't know, negative or positive. But if we start to understand it as, oh, that's negative, we can catch some of it. So if I catch myself, say, for instance, I want to lose weight. And obviously it hasn't worked for me. I got a long ways to go. So that's a whole nother thing. But say I want to lose weight and I tune into the conversations I'm having with myself and they're negative. I'm saying things like, man, you ate that. You ain't going to lose the weight. You know you've been trying to lose this weight. It's never worked. All those negative things. If I become aware of them, what I can do is almost catch them. And as I catch them, I can turn them inside out and say, does this serve me well?
Right.
If the answer is no, what I can then do is get rid of that thought and replace it with something positive. Yep, I didn't eat the best yesterday, but I got today.
Right.
So I can change with this next meal. I'm gonna do better on this next meal, as opposed to be trying to think about how much I can lose over the next 2 years. Stay in this moment.
Right.
What can I do in this current moment? And that's what I'm asking people to do more.
I love living in the moment. And why do you say it's important to live in the moment and not think about yesterday or tomorrow?
Yeah, I think one of the things we have is a tendency to ruminate about the past, which pushes us closer to depression, or ruminate about the future, which pushes us closer to anxiety. So if we can stay in the current moment, we are avoiding all of this. The only true thing we have in life, if we're being real, Jennifer, the only thing we truly have in life is the current moment that we reside in.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So if we see that as being true, then avoiding that future rumination, avoiding that past rumination, staying in the moment. And one trick that I've found that people utilize and I use to stay in the current moment is to focus on your breathing. If you simply say, for the next few minutes, I'm just really gonna focus on how I'm breathing.
Okay.
Am I breathing deep? Is it shallow? It forces you into this moment. It won't allow you to be thinking about the past or the future. And now all of a sudden I'm in this moment realizing my feet are planted on this stage at this current moment. I'll worry about other things as they come. I think that's an important thing. It's quite simple, but we don't do a great job of it as human beings.
Wow. Okay, I love this. So you are challenging people to start their day with a song, because I live by that. I want to hear what you got to say about it.
So the song that I love and I listen to every single morning is Bill Withers' Lovely Day. Right?
Yes.
Every day. So I wake up, first thing I do is I go to the mirror and I smile at myself. So I'm not gonna wait for someone else to smile at me.
Right.
I'm gonna smile at me.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
If you choose to
Yes.
smile at me, that's cool. But I've already smiled.
I'm taking that.
Yes, I've already smiled at me and I'm good with me.
Yes.
I'm cool with where I am. That's not easy though. Right? Because the outside existence, the world is telling us a different story about ourselves. Especially oftentimes as Black and brown folks, we have that struggle. So realizing where we are, how we got there, where we're headed is important work, and it's work that we should be doing consistently.
I love that. We have the power to set the tone in our own day. More with Dr. Corey Yeager. We'll be right back. We're back with Dr. Corey Yeager. Listen, this is so interesting to me. Okay, do you have any advice for me as I'm entering a new talk show space?
I have a couple of things that I think you may find interesting that you could ponder. The first one I would have for you is to recognize that there are moments that we are called to do something different. Because to be clear, Jennifer Hudson did not have to do this. You didn't have to say, hey, I'm gonna do a talk show. You chose that. So recognizing that in that choice, there will be so many opportunities to learn and grow and stretch yourself. But as we learn and grow and stretch, that's uncomfortable. There's a high level of discomfort that's associated with that. But I'm a deep believer in the fact that discomfort should be an indication that we're growing, right? So anytime I'm feeling uncomfortable or things don't feel good, take a moment to pause and say, man, what am I growing into? What am I about to birth? I think that is an important aspect that we should have, and I think for you, that would be an important thing. The other thing is recognizing that when we're vulnerable, for you to move into this space is vulnerable.
Yes.
Everyone's gonna say this or that, or she should or she shouldn't. That's a very vulnerable space. But to recognize what accompanies vulnerability is courage, right? The root of that is a courage.
Wow.
So you had to be courageous. Like, hey, you cornered the market and did some beautiful things in one aspect and one thing, but now to shift into this new world, very, very, very vulnerable, but it would have to, for you to say yes to it, would take a high level of courage. So recognizing that. So when I say that we should learn, lean into what we're learning. Nelson Mandela has a quote that I live by, I love deeply. And he said, in life, we never lose. We either win or we learn, right?
Oh my God, yes.
That's important for us to tune in and stick with, recognizing that those opportunities to learn are not just losses or negative things, that until we get to learn, oftentimes we'll keep repeating the mistakes. They'll keep showing up in our lives because we haven't figured out a way in which to draw down the learning from those situations on a day-to-day. And knowing you didn't have to do this, but you chose to, and we now benefit from what you're doing, Jennifer. We draw benefit as society, as community. We get the benefit of saying, someone I love and care and is a role model, is doing something different. Let me tune in. What is the message that she's now bringing? It's very important.
Thank you for that. I'm taking it all in. Okay, I got another one. So there's a word you think we should stop using. What word is that?
So the word I think that we should avoid using, take it out of the lexicon, is try.
Try.
Because there is no such thing. Either I do or I do not. So if I say to you, I'm gonna try to call you at 6 o'clock this evening, as I say the words, I already know I ain't finna call her. As I'm saying it, I know I ain't calling. So as opposed to say, I'm going to try to do something, why not recognize that I either will do or I will not, right? To make it more concrete. I'll either get it done and do this or I won't do it. And sometimes okay not to.
Yeah.
Hey, let's be more clear. Life is very short. We don't have time to dance around. I'm calling you at 6. Then you can count on it. I'm going to call you.
I'm calling you at 6.
But I may not. I'm going to say I'm not calling you.
I may call you, I may not.
Hey, that's right.
Okay. Wow, you taught us a lot. How Am I Doing? 40 Conversations to Have with Yourself is available everywhere books are sold. We'll be right back. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel. Check your local listings or visit jenniferhudsonshow.com to see when you can watch full episodes in your area. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter.